Welcome, group, this Saturday morning here at MACTFORDEDGE. And first thing I want to say is it's a great day, and I am going to a football game this morning. So, of course, you got to do the tailgate out of the Ford Edge, right? So, anyway, I'm going to be heading out here shortly to go to a football game, and I am taking my wonderful young daughter with me. She is excited. But anyway, first things first, I wanted to take and welcome all the new members to MACTFORDEDGE on Facebook. And we got a real influx of a lot of new members here this last week. And we have Silvano, Volney, Brian, Jay, John, Jenna, Kira, Leonardo, probably killed his name, Lendro, Jesse, Brian, another Brian, Marilyn, Jennifer, Kevin, Roma, Josh, David, Filomena, Javia, I probably killed that one too, and Shane. Yes, we had a lot of new members this last week. It just goes to show you forward momentum with inertia. Hey, the group is growing. And of course, we discussed a lot of different things this week. If you paid attention to my mileage ticker, I'm going to be 165,000 miles on my Ford Edge here by the end of the month. And of course, I will be doing an oil change of the first change of the AMS oil once I reach 200 hours. So look forward to that video, and I'm going to have 2 oil sample testings done on it just to prove to y'all if the AMS oil is worth it, folks. And of course, we're going to see how that turns out. But as we go, we have been discussing a few things. And yes, we have been touching on the Ford Fusion here, I think, a little bit on some things. We got some Ford Taurus questions along with the Edges. But as with all things, we welcome everybody. So don't be scared to ask a question. Mano and all of the rest of us, myself included, do have some experiences with some other platforms there. And of course, mechanicals. The Taurus has a lot of the same powertrains and everything else along with the Fusion. So don't be scared to ask those questions. They're all welcome. We have some TSBs we've been putting out for Howl and Growl for the wheel bearing areas. And of course, other TSBs that are ongoing. As we all have, we got plenty of pictures that folks are starting to post up. Again, feed the banner monster, folks. It is hungry. It likes to go through photographs and, of course, post them up there. I do ask that you do take a few steps back. Close-ups are fine, folks, when we want detail. But for the banner, I need you to step back a bit. Otherwise, all I see is the front grille emblem, and I just can't use that on the banner. So step back a few feet. Give it a good profile on that, and then we can move on with that. As with all things, we got planes and last week was planes and trains, and this week is planes and cars. So we've got a Ford Edge profile up on the banner on that, kindly submitted by one of our new members. And of course, let's see, I'm going to give Martin a special shout out. He's trying to find some new headlights for his. He doesn't know if he wants to go with the projector ones or stay with more or less the factory ones that are blacked out to give it a more sporty look. Hey, I'm all for the factory look with the blackout. I think that will be a great addition, but again, it is all personal choice. As far as Jennifer's photograph, I'll go back to that one about the military aircraft and her first gen Ford Edge. Good job, Jennifer. I like the profile picture on there, and it is excellent. Andrew Jewett, he is one of our more common members here, and he's always got something neat to say. Love his participation. And of course, he's getting hitched this week. Not that kind of hitch. He's having a hitch put on his edge. So anyway, running joke. But welcome, and I hope that all goes well for you, Andrew, and you can tow. What are you towing? Semi-trailers, that thing? Anyway, we'll see what we got. Shane's got a beautiful silver Ford Edge first gen out there in Brooklyn, and of course his wife loves it, and if she's happy, guess what? I'm pretty sure Shane is happy too. So that is a good deal. Victor, he's working with his MKX, and it's a 2000 first gen, and having a few issues trying to decide what the problem is. And we wish him all the best of luck with his mechanical issues. But hey, he's got, like, I think an MKZ is a loaner car. Hey, styling there, aren't we? Having a great day out driving those leased cars when you got a loaner. And then, of course, we have a lot of other things going on here. I'm just trying to... Volney, he's having some times with his Taurus and everything, and has had some questions concerning that. And we, of course, do not kick anybody out for not having an Edge, folks. If you want to join the group and you got a problem, by all means, feel free to ask those questions. We'll give you the best information we can. Volney, you know, he's basically having a lot of problems in there. And we're talking about the 6F50 transmission, valve bodies, some zip kits, TSS and OSS sensors. Again, this thing isn't necessarily just a Ford Edge issue. It does have the same transmission on a lot of platforms, so just keep that in mind. But the zip kit is essentially a valve body rebuild kit, folks, if you didn't know, and they do make them for a lot of different Ford transmissions. So if you feel you want to rebuild your valve body yourself and don't want to pay the dealer, this may be an option. Those zip kits have a lot of good explanations and, of course, helplines to help you through your rebuild with a zip kit. Let's see. Again, plenty of conversations going on, and of course we have questions about a retractable rear shades, and then of course I have put up a couple new videos this weekend. Got one, I visited the Donaldson Corporation, and of course the engineer there installed a filter minder on my Ford Edge. So if you want to see more on that, watch that video. And then of course I did one on the fluids maintenance on the Ford Edge. I did not touch on the fluids for the PTU or the differential, for a sole fact is I was aiming at the primary fluids of the Ford Edge, and that is your coolant, your brake fluid, your engine oil, transmission fluid, and power steering fluid. For those of you who have the later models that actually have, or earlier models that have power steering fluid, again, the 15 Plus has no power steering fluid because it's electronic power steering. But again, went through this whole week, had lots of travels going in there, and just wanted to welcome all the members here. Lots of new banners, lots of things going on. Got coolant flush going on with Roger Armstrong. Of course, he was just trying to take the easy way out, I think. Yeah. He went and got his coolant flushed. Something he would normally not do himself, but you know, he felt the need to let somebody else do it this time. And then, of course, lots of other things going on with MACTFORDEDGE. As I said, all the new members, I welcome everybody. And again, we got a nice busy day. I wanted to keep this short. No real news to speak of at this point in time, other than keep your projects going, folks. Keep both feet on the floor, because mine hit the floor this morning, and I'm having a great day, and I want you to have a great day. So with that being said, let's move on forward and enjoy our weekend. Stay in touch.